Why do people show different personality type with different people? For example, at workplace, friends, family members. What is the psychology behind my personality type? Can I guess whether I will get a physical disorder like a heart attack, cancer based upon my personality? Or can I guess whether I will have depression, anxiety, or any other psychological disorder based upon my personality? If you have these questions in your mind, let's try to answer them in today's video.
My name is Anmol. I'm a mental health practitioner, counselor, psychologist, career coach, and life skills trainer. I'm here to share my insights and learnings with you to tackle life challenges and attain your highest potential. Let's create balance in your life.
Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing great. Welcome to my channel Ask Life with Anmol, where we try to create balance in your life and talk about psychology in general. Today we have taken the topic of psychology of personality. We will be discussing what actually is personality. We will be understanding what are the different personality types. We will also understand whether we get a psychological or physical disorder based upon personality, and what are the pros and cons of each personality type in today's video. So stay till the end. And we have a special psychological tool for you, which will help you guess what is your personality type. So let's start. Personality is a set of characteristics that defines your social circles and inner abilities. We can behave in different ways based upon our personality. For example, you behave in a very formal way at workplace. You behave in a very informal way with your school friends, college friends, and you behave in a neutral way with your family members. So as human beings, we try to adapt our personality based upon our surroundings. Now you might have this question, then what is my true self when I have multiple personalities? The true self is the dominant self. We can have multiple personalities, but one personality will be very dominant, which will be visible in all our roles that we have. Whether you are a student, whether you are a working professional, whether you are a son or a brother or a father or a mother. So a theory was given by psychologists which divided the personality based upon types that we will be discussing today. So based upon this theory, we have 5 personality types: type A, type B, type C, type D, and type H. So let's start with the first personality type. So the first type of personality is type A personality. Type A personality are multitaskers, overambitious. They don't get satisfied very easily. They might get upset over small things. They are very aggressive. They might be sometimes very impatient. They are go-getters. How will you identify a type A personality? People who take work on vacations. They don't have a work-life balance. Those are type A personalities. Mostly if you see executives, people who are entrepreneurs or in any industry. If you remember the ZNMD movie, the Ritik's character of Arjun typically defines a type A personality type. Some other characteristics of type A personality are highly competitive, impatient, time conscious, aggressive or hostile sometimes, high achievers with a strong sense of urgency, highly stressed due to workload. So these are the pros and cons of this type A personality. The second type of personality is type B personality. They are just opposite to type A personality. They are very easygoing, they have a very chilled out attitude, they don't take pressure of work. So basically if you see any person from creative industry, a musician, an artist, they are type B personalities. They don't like to take extra pressure of things, right? So that is their strengths. Cons of this personality is they sometimes become daydreamers. They don't have that sense of achievement or fulfillment. So some of the characteristics of these people are relaxed and easygoing, patient, less competitive than other personality types, generally more creative and reflective, handles stress well, and less likely to suffer from diseases, whether it is mental or physical in nature. Let me share a fact with you based upon personality type A and B. So a research study was done by psychologists based upon these two personality types, and some of the results were that type A men were 3 times more likely to have heart attack or heart disease than type B men. For women, type A women were 4 times more likely to suffer from heart disease or heart attack than type B women. So if you see, type A personality types have high chances of having heart diseases because of their personality types. And this type B personality have less chances of having heart diseases or heart attack in future. Third type of personality is type C personality. So type C personality people, they are often perfectionist. But the issue with type C personality is they are not able to express their emotions well with people. They sometimes become people pleasers with their friends, colleagues at workplace. They try to internalize their emotions, their anger, their sorrow. They are not very expressive in nature. So some of the traits of type C personality type are detail oriented and perfectionist, suppresses emotions, tend to be passive and eager to please, may have difficulty in expressing needs and desires with people, often associated with high risk of cancers. So if you all know, cancers are created by tumors which are internalized in the body. As these people, type C personality types, they internalize their anger, they internalize their emotions, sorrow, happiness, they're not expressive. So these gets converted into tumors which might lead to cancer in future. The fourth type of personality is type D personality. Now type D personality are very pessimistic in nature. They have negative emotions more. They are very insecure in nature. They can't look life with a negative outlook. They are sometimes very lonely in nature. So these are the type D personality types. And they have chances of having both mental health issues as well as physical health issues like cancer and heart attack. So they have tendency to experience emotions like anxiety, depression, irritability. Social inhibition is there. They don't like to interact with people much. So some of the examples can be a person who likes to be alone. They are very pessimistic in nature. They might suffer from depression or anxiety. So they might have negative outlook towards life. So that is my type D personality. The fifth type of personality, often known as hardy personalities, is known as type H personality type. Now these personality type are very resilient in nature. They don't see stressors as any negative thing. They see them as stepping stones to their success. So what is common between type H personality? The first is commitment. They are committed to their goals, vision in life. They know what they want in the next 5 years, 10 years. They are very optimistic in nature. They have control over their situations. Then comes challenge. They don't fear from challenges in life. They convert any negative situation into a learning. So this is the type H personality, which are more resilient in nature than the other personality types. Another fact I would like to share with you people, that you might see type A and type H personalities are very similar in nature. Both of them are ambitious towards their work. But the only difference is, why don't type H personality feel the stressor? Because they have commitment. They know their passion and purpose. For example, if an employee is doing work for 14 hours for any XYZ company, they might feel very stressed. On the other hand, if the same employee is working for 14 hours for their own business, for their own startup, then they will not feel that stress. So you see the difference? If you have commitment towards a passion and purpose, you will never feel that stress. That's what differentiates type H personality from type A personality. I hope all of you got an understanding of the 5 elements of personality types. Now we have created a tool for you to help you assess what is your personality type. So I want you to carry yourself a pen and a notebook, and you can pause the video for that. I hope all of you are carrying a pen and a notebook now. There are 20 statements, 4 statements from each personality type. You have to answer the statements, we will show you on screen also. 1, if you strongly disagree with the statement. 2, if you disagree with the statement. 3, if you are neutral towards the statement. 4, if you agree with the statement. And 5, if you strongly agree with the statement. So your answer sheet should look like 1, 4, 3, 5 accordingly. We'll keep the element on the screen for you. So 1 is strongly disagree, 2 disagree, 3 neutral, 4 agree and 5 strongly agree. Try to be as authentic as possible with the answers to get the right results. So let's start with type A personality, and first question, I often feel like there isn't enough time to complete all my tasks. So based upon that, write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the first statement. We'll also show all the statements on your screen. Second, I thrive in competitive environments and enjoy being the best. So just write down 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Third question, I feel frustrated when things don't move quickly enough or people work too slowly. Fourth question, I tend to be impatient and easily stressed by delays and interruptions. So these were the questions of type A personality, and please answer the questions. You can pause the video if you want. Let's move to type B personality. Fifth question, I prefer to take my time and enjoy life at a slower pace. Sixth question, I rarely get upset or stressed about small things. Seventh, I am not driven by competition or the need to be the best. Eighth question, I find it easy to relax even when faced with deadlines. So please answer these questions. We will show you on screen on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 means strongly agree and 1 is strongly disagree. Let's move to type C personality. Ninth question, I focus heavily on details and prefer to avoid making mistakes. 10th, I tend to suppress my emotions rather than express them openly. 11th question, I am often hesitant to confront people even when I disagree with them. 12th, I have a strong need for order and structure in my life. So these were the type C personality questions. Please answer the questions on a scale of 1 to 5. The rating scale is shown on the screen. Type D, let's move to type D, 13th question. I often feel worried or pessimistic about the future. 14th question, I tend to avoid social interactions because they make me uncomfortable. 15th question, I frequently keep my negative emotions bottled up. 16th question, I am prone to feeling anxious or stressed about things that are out of my control. So these were the type D personality types questions. Please answer the questions on a scale of 1 to 5. Get the score for this. Next question for type H personality, 17th question. I view stressful situations as opportunities to learn and grow. 18th question. I feel that I have control over most aspects of my life even during challenges. 19th question, I am deeply committed to the people, projects or values that matter most to me. 20th question, I embrace change and challenges, seeing them as a part of life's journey. These are the type H personality type questions. So you can pause the video if you want to answer all the questions. There are 20 questions, 4 each for all the 5 personality types. So after you have answered the questions, I want you to add your scores as it is. So if you have given the score of 5, so 5, then 4, 5 plus 4 like that. So 1 to 4 questions are type A, 5 to 8 are type B, 9 to 12 are type C, 13 to 16 is type D, and 70 to 28 type H. So you can see those interpretation and scoring on screen. Get scores for each of the personality types by adding what you have given the marks for each of the questions. and each of the personalities. So each category of personality, you will get a score from 4 to 20. So I hope now you have got the scores for each personality type. So let's do the interpretation. So if you have scored between 16 to 20 marks, that means you strongly exhibit this personality type. If you have got 11 to 15 points, that means you moderately exhibit this personality type. And 6 to 10 means you have some tendencies of this personality type. 4 to 5 point means this personality type does not describe. So please see for yourself the maximum marks that you are getting in this questionnaire. Whether you have type A personality mode, type B, type C, type D or type H. So I hope with the help of this tool you understood what is your personality type. Now we are not saying that one person can show single personality type. There might be multiple personality type also. So now let me tell you what you can do to understand this personality type better as suggestions, because every personality type you might use at different places, at workplace, with your friends and family members. So what should each personality type do to have more fulfilling life? So what are the suggestions for type A personality? Type A personality should try to create balance in their life. Give more time to relax. Give more time for their hobbies. That would create a balance in them. They can go for meditation, they can go for exercising or any hobby that they like. They can also seek any therapy or mental health practitioner if they want any help to reduce their stresses. They can also try delegating work to other people. Don't try to control things which are not in their hand. So these are some suggestions which type A can include in their life to have a more balanced approach. So what are the suggestions for type B personality? Type B personalities can have an action plan. They can plan their work accordingly. They can stop the procrastination that they face in their life by having this plan. They have to be a little bit assertive in their decision making. Let people hear you what you are trying to say. They can have a balance between productivity, because relaxing is fine, but you need to keep up that balance between productivity also. So these are some suggestions of creating a more balanced approach for type B personality, with setting clear goals, avoiding procrastination and having some productivity balance. What are the suggestions for type C personality? First of all, they should be able to express their emotions. If they cannot express their emotions directly to people, they might try journaling, writing down their thoughts in a notebook. That might help them in expressing. But they should try to express their feelings and emotions to other people. They should practice assertiveness, saying no to people. They should stop people-pleasing tendencies which we have. We've also created a video on how to assess whether you are a people pleaser or not. I'll enter the video link in the description box, so you can check out that video if you are a people pleaser and you want to stop people pleasing. Then comes balancing perfectionism. They prefer perfectionism. So they should try to create a balance. Nobody is perfect. Perfection is the enemy of execution. So they should try to create a balance between execution and perfection. They should embrace flexibility in their work schedule. So these are some of the suggestions for type C personality type. What are the suggestions for type D personality? First of all, they should work on their negative thinking patterns. They can work with a therapist who use cognitive behavioral therapy, which help them to work on their negative thought patterns and try to break them. Second, they can go for social support groups, whomsoever they feel comfortable with. They can start with their friends, they can start with their family members, discuss their issues with them. Then they should have a positive outlook to their life. Even though positive might be 10%, but try to shift the focus for those 10% positive, then the 90% negative things happening in their life. Develop practice of self-compassion. Do some self-love activities, the hobbies that you like the most. and talk to your closed ones. Try to be expressive in their feelings. So these are some techniques to create a balance in the type D personality types. Suggestions for type H personality types are, although they are very resilient in nature, they commit to their purpose, but they have an issue with overcommitment. So don't try to overcommit to your passion and purpose, which might hinder your other areas of life, like relationships. Try to have learning of new strategies and not having ego. Try to share your knowledge and experience with people who seek your experience. Try to share your expertise that you have in your domain knowledge. Next is stay adaptable in different life areas. Try to be flexible in nature. These are some of the suggestions for type H personality for their balance. I hope you understood the concept of personality and you got to know what is your personality type. It's fine if you have multiple personality types and you're showing it, but you need to understand what is your dominant personality type, what are the pros and cons that we discussed, and how to create balance in that dominant personality type. Like this video, share this with your friends and family members so that they know what is their personality type and how it is impacting their mental and physical health. Subscribe to my channel Ask Life with Anmol to create balance in your life. Keep growing.